Hi, today I've been building a playground for the dinosaurs, and I thought this could give you an idea of something that you could do if you've got your own dinosaurs. So come and have a look at this. These dinosaurs are in my rockery, but you can make your own even on a tray if you've got some simple stones. Here I've got some plastic eggs because they're protecting the nest there with all the eggs in. Some bushes around you can have, or grass, leaves, sticks, anything to make your own dinosaur garden. But how do we know dinosaurs really existed? Well, follow me and I'll tell you all about it. So how did we know dinosaurs existed? Well, it was all down to these fossils. Now, everything we know about dinosaurs is all based on looking at the fossils, from how big they were, what they looked like, what they sounded like, lots of things. But how did fossils come about? Well, fossils happened when the dinosaur died and they lay in the mud. Over time, lots of mud and sand and silt would cover the body. The body would rot down and eventually be replaced by minerals. So these are the minerals. So here we've got some fossilized shells from ammonites. These were sea creatures. Here is another sea creature, another fossilized remain of a trilobite. And this one I like, it was an oyster type fossil. It's actually nicknamed the Devil's Claw just because of the way it looks. And here is one of my favourites, a fossilized shark tooth, which is absolutely huge. But I do have another sea creature. Now this is an actual part of a huge sea creature, and it was from a creature called a plesiosaur. This is a plesiosaur. As you can see, a huge sea creature with a very, very long neck, a small head, and lots of sharp teeth because they liked eating on squid and also fish. And this bone here, I believe, is part of the backbone. So probably this part here of the plesiosaur. As you can see there, there's a hole right through, which is part of the spine. This actually came from the Isle of Wight, which is just an island off the south coast of England. And they have a lot of dinosaur fossils there. One of the most interesting fossils that I have is this one here, and I actually bought it in Russia when I was on holiday, and it appealed to me because it is actually fossilized tree resin. Now, tree resin comes from the conifer trees, and what happens is if there's a cut in the tree, it will release a resin that will stop the bacteria or fungi getting into the tree and making it ill. So it acts a little bit like a plaster for trees. So the way it gets made into a fossil is that the resin falls down to the bottom of the tree into the ground, and again it gets covered by sand and silt and mud. It gets compressed and eventually it turns into amber. Now, the reason why I like this fossil so much is because it does actually contain an insect, and this insect is millions of years old. In fact, I can't even tell you what it is. It looks like a flying insect, but I've not actually been able to find out what it is. Probably one of the most well-known dinosaurs is this one, the T-Rex. And they know such a lot about it because lots of different bones have been found, including full skeletons. So we knew exactly how big it was. And it was actually the size of a double-decker bus. So absolutely huge. It was a meat eater. They knew it was a meat eater because it had all these rows of very, very sharp teeth. And this mouth, I can actually show you how big it was, because in this book I have, it has a full size T-Rex mouth here. So as I open it up, could you imagine being stood next to a T-Rex with a mouth that big? And the teeth are huge. Now, I love learning about dinosaurs, and I'm sure you will too. And lots and lots you can find out about on the internet. But if you do have your own dinosaurs at home, like these, please feel free to make your own dinosaur garden outside. So you have a go.